And Simboto, I'm glad that you're enjoying Raid. Remember, guys, we are doing a campaign here for level 12 accounts in Raid. All you gotta do is click the link there. Download. Why did it not pop up? That's weird. You got the 12? Nice. There it is. Click the link there. You put the promo code Raid Goodies in after you do the tutorial. And you got to get your account to level 12, which literally you just keep hitting next with your best dudes, especially that Void Epic that you get for downloading that game from my link. And yeah, it's really easy. It takes you about 20 minutes to do. If you're not hyper focused and trying to speed through it, it takes you about 30 minutes to do, but it's still very doable. So there it is. You just popped yours. Thank you very much again, Simboto. Cheers, dude. And that means that Puddin gets to draw 2 when he does his drawing for this giveaway.
You played a lot of submarine stuff.
You've played a lot of subs?
No, if you have played a lot of subs.
Oh no, I have not. Oh, is this the game that we were both in? It is. Okay.
Yeah, but the reason why this one's interesting is because after you guys left, I had a really good match.
Okay. Yeah, we're playing in our rogue account, so Sithkit and myself and Big O are divisioned up. And unfortunately, we go to C, and most of the enemy team goes to C as well.
You know, I'm over here going,
Hey, Adam.
I should support the A side.
I got one of those the other day. I was like, wait, there's this going on?
Mm-hmm. No, I did not do your Minotaur, but we'll do that one next for you, Adam, because today I'm just taking all requests and stuff like that. It was on Warrior's Path, Adam? I've got a couple of Minotaur games that have been submitted, so... You think so? It was either that or Gold Harbor. So I'll mark this one, the one I think it is, and we'll see if that's the one. More Savage Battles? I mean, if we got time and you guys want to, I don't care. It's a pretty fun game mode.
I'm trying to put myself where I can shoot, but get away if necessary here.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Yeah,
go quite aggressive here in the A cap if you count on the minimap the amount of ships.
Mm-hmm.
You would see that the enemy team
Yeah.
basically only has those 2 ships you were shooting at here, plus the destroyer that is in the cap.
That's right. And actually, I was going to comment on that. You are playing pretty far back in the ship. And
Yeah,
I don't...
realize that. Or,
Mm-hmm.
trying to go.
Yes, Adam,
Oh.
I am in the Kraken clan. Up until last week, I was the commander of the Kraken clan.
You're not anymore?
No, I stepped down. I've just been too busy, and it's not fair to the clan to like not be running it. So, you know, that's not fair to them. So I said I can't do this anymore. I did it for almost 4 years. So, time for a change. Oh, there goes Sithkitten. But then I got the Atago. Yep. Ew, what is this?
Hmm?
So you've got a Jutland, and everyone's just kind of over here. I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit.
And I'm basically looking, there's like, you know what? I don't see any particular reason why I shouldn't be able to just push in here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like-
Especially with that
like-
Georgia there, too.
Yeah. You know, the 2 FGs are running. The Jutland is a little too close for its comfort.
Mm-hmm. And you've got Hydro going. The thing is, by the time you decided to push, you've only got 30 seconds left on your Hydro. So you might want to rethink that next time. Honestly, there's no need to
Yeah.
run Hydro until, well,
I
frankly,
was
right
worried
about now.
I was worried about the sub. Torping me.
Oh, behind you. Okay.
Just remember, I lobbed dub charges added,
You did. You did.
and I wasn't entirely sure where he was going.
And there's the
I don't
torps.
think he actually had the range. to
Yeah,
talk
but
to.
more importantly, he's behind you, and the Georgia and North Carolina are closer to the sub, so let them spot it.
Mm-hmm.
It's also very more likely that this sub
Yeah.
is actually going for your CV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your CV's just
doesn't
sitting there.
move.
What's up, Hobbit?
Also,
Why is your CV blind dropping AP bombs in a smoke on a destroyer? What?
I mean,
Well, he is currently a floating airfield, so that might give you some
Well,
thoughts.
I mean, let's just be glad he's at least going after the destroyer instead of completely ignoring it.
No,
Hmm.
no, he should not be going after the destroyer in a Richthofen. It's a terrible idea. He's just wasting his time for nothing.
It's true. We talked about
Yeah.
that the last time we did an MVR replay, I think yesterday.
He could have killed both of these Friedrichs 10 times over. By
Yeah,
now.
but maybe he's here to help everyone else get PR.
Hobbit,
point out that they waited until I was about to cap to shoot at me.
oh, sub. There you go. Wow, that was like a 5-second delay from when he got spotted.
But I mean, I think importantly, like you were saying earlier, like when you use that Hydro, like now is when you need it, and it's not here.
So I do want to pause for a second. 'Cause I want to show you, you know, when we were talking about that earlier, there you had about 30 seconds remaining before it ran out, and now you've gone through the entire cooldown period. And Putin is exactly correct. Right now is when you want to hit the Y key or whatever key you use for your depth chart or your Hydro, but you just can't. So you are stuck doing, well, your typical thing that you do in a battleship, right? When you see a torpedo threat, you stop and you turn in. So that worked for you.
Honestly, that sub being here probably saved your ass because otherwise you might have come out broadside to the Minnesota.
Mm.
Yeah, and that would have hurt regardless of the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. You just DCP'd a ping? I don't think you needed to do that.
It was, yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Because he's so close to you. And as far as your aim on the Minnesota, I feel like you would probably have a better damage if you aimed either the front or rear turret. I'm just trying to, in my mind, visualize the armor scheme. I think you might have better damage that way. Habit, not much, just watching and trying to learn. You're a new player. Well, welcome aboard.
Well, see, I would say you aim for the front turrets because if he decides to speed up, there's a chance you'll hit the boiler room. Right? I know we're talking about Minnesota, right? But it's just going to have it to get into.
Hey, he could have brisk.
And that would do what? He was spotted.
That's the point. With the Sierra Mike flag, too.
I think you want to turn.
Yeah, a little delayed reaction to that turning. And you even had Hydro on to detect the torpedoes.
Yep.
So far, your Hydro's been completely useless.
Yeah, you ignore it when it's active, and it's not active when you need it the most. You're a pretty poopy pants player? Well, Hobbit, send me a replay. We'll cover it today. We'll cover it maybe next or after we do the Minotaur game. I got my Discord link right there. Hey, it's Gabe. It just popped it up. So join the Discord and throw it in there. Let's look at some tier 5 stuff. That'd be fun. Or 4. I don't care. Takes thousands of
It
battles
took
to get good at this game. That's right. Who needs Hydro anyway, says Nifty. Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, see, when I don't have Hydro, see that, Georgia? Yeah, you're doing the exact thing that you do when your Hydro's down. You get behind somebody else. And that's your passive Hydro.
Yeah.
But
And
I
I'm
mean,
mostly-
it just goes to the point at the beginning, like you popped it because the sub was coming behind and you had 3 ships. This would have been better targets than you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You were full speed away from him too. So.
Yeah. And like the thing I'm doing here is I'm basically going, okay, Georgia has bigger guns and the FTG's not looking at me.
So you're just sitting broadside because you don't care. Hobbit, thank you for the follow. Should you go
Well,
ahead
I mean,
and...
it was the FTG's not looking at me, and the Georgia can do more damage to me. So I'm
Mhm.
like, so I'm gonna angle towards what I view as a bigger threat.
Yep.
It also
Um,
helps your secondaries get off from the full broadside here in that case.
You know, just because it's an FTG and it's not going to Citadel, you're still full broadside and like
Yeah.
3 good pens, and you'll just be like, well, I shouldn't have sent broadside.
But he's
Well,
not
Right.
and the
looking
only
at him.
reason, I mean,
Just
the only
have
reason
to
I'm
hit
showing
the
broadside is
turrets.
because he wasn't looking at me.
Well, I mean,
He's
there's
looking at
that,
my
and
Georgia.
then like if like is Georgia even looking at you?
mm-hmm.
You know, you're talking about biggest threat. You could still angle up to both of them, to where if one of them decides to go, oh, this guy's showing me a little too much angle, I'll take my chances.
Mm-hmm. And I agree, Adam, with holding the torps. Hobbit, do you mean premium time or do you mean premium ships? Hey, somebody else did the raid. Nice. That means Puddin gets to pull 3 winners with this drawing. That's awesome. Premium account. Okay. That's a good
I
question.
would slow down here because you are opening your broadside way too much.
Well,
I think the better question for should he get premium is when do you play the most? And I bring this
Yep.
up or say this is if you
Yep.
play the most on the weekend, your best bet is actually the
Weekend
the
pass.
weekend pass. Because it's going to be the most bang for your buck, and it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
tier you're at.
Is it actually though? But if you buy the weekend bet every single weekend, you would have been better off just paying the month, right?
I'd like to comment how you almost took torpedoes again with your Hydroactive.
All skill, no luck finally paid off.
There you go. A year for $30. I mean, so here's the deal. I agree with Puddin. If you're playing this a lot, even at tier 5, if you think that you're going to be playing this for a year, I don't see why you wouldn't just get it now. The hardest part of this game isn't earning XP and grinding up ship lines. It's earning credits. So
Yeah.
the premium time gets you more credits, and I get a death pick.
But I mean, the reason I say a weekend pass though is like how long does somebody plan on playing this game?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for us sitting here, we're still sitting on how many years from Christmas? You know, and we're talking like 3 Christmases ago. We're still sitting on 2-3 years of premium thing.
The weekend pass is only good though if you really only play like 1 or 2 weekends a month. Like even if you go down to like 3 weekends a month, you would already be better off just buying the month.
But I mean, that goes back to the initial statement. How much do you play? If it's just the weekends, and if it's limited weekends, save some money. But if you play a little bit during the week, a lot on the weekends, might as well get the year for $30 because that's what half off.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So I mean, you might as well just get the year because I mean, what AAA title can you get for $30 right now? Is another interesting question and point to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
What about
200
the depth
cashback
effects, though?
component only happens on your account's anniversary, so you get it once a year. And if you add your actual birthday to the Wargaming page, I think you get 100% cashback bonus on your actual birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got
trying
mine
to-
yesterday.
trying to find a creative picture because I've got so many pictures of you dying in these ships. Rob, I need to find a way to differentiate this particular death pic from theirs. I think I just found it. Because look at all the barrels off to the side. That looks really cool. Yeah, kind of like that. And I get to butt. Oh.
There's not enough torpedoes in this screenshot, though.
Say it again?
I had lobbed them at the Georgia. I had lobbed my that side of the Georgia.
Trying to find a good... There we go. With the wave like that, because it shows you you're going under. Don't worry about premium ships. I mean, you can if you want to.
My advice for getting premium ships, though, is stick to like the lower tiers initially. Don't just buy a tier 9.
And
see, I disagree. Like, if you want a high tier premium ship and you don't have any high tier premiums and it's on sale for a really good price, or you can get it next to their cheap, why not? Just because you have it doesn't mean you have to play it also. Right? There's the problem. A lot of people get these premium ships when they're on sale for a good price and have no clue how to play them, and then go play them.
Yep.
Instead of waiting.
There is a big skill level difference, but I'll tell you what, it's not as much as you think because there's a lot of players that have failed their way up to tier 10. So that
as I always say, I seal club at tier 10 because that's where all the seals are at.
Yeah. So that argument kind of doesn't have too much weight to it. It's kind of fun watching you sink like this.
Personally, here, when you buy a premium ship, of course, you do your research into what kind of ship you're picking and what kind of ship you're playing, decide if you want to get it or not. But if you just get a ship and decide to start playing it, it's largely based on the skill of the player to not only figure it out, but to do well. Like, getting a premium does not guarantee you're going to win battles or do well.
Oh. Someone else just died.
I would also do my research watching streamers on Twitch and not on YouTube.
Oh,
Because
why is
Probably
that?
should have said hello.
Because
I mean, the other thing, if there's a premium ship you're looking at, between, I think, just everybody in this chat, there isn't a single one that none of us don't have. Like, somebody here has it.
Yeah. You know, it's like one of those things where you have to balance, okay, am I going to be playing it? Am I going to be good at it? And then, you know.
Yeah. Nobody knows if Thunder will be re-released. Wargaming does what Wargaming does. You'll probably be able to get it in a Christmas container. But that's about it. If you're new to the game and you weren't here around Christmas time, that's the best time to dump tons of money on the game because there's a lot of containers and you can get a lot of premium ships for relatively cheap.
Yeah, like when I dumped, I forget how much it was for the bundle with 20 containers. I got like 6 premium ships, and it averaged down to, I think, somewhere for $30 per ship for like tier 7, 8, and 9 that would normally cost me well over that.
But how many of these ships did you actually want?
Yeah, that's also a good question.
My ship was fierce.
I pulled a Tiger 59. I'm like, oh, dang it. Oh, well.
Key or Roma? Yes, if you get the beer camo, the Kobayashi whatever camo.
Also, ramming a North Carolina or Georgia when you're going to die already is a pretty decent trade.
New personal damage record, 197. So, Rob, you were sitting here watching me stream this yesterday and saying, damn it, why weren't you still here to watch me be awesome?
Somebody's out for a little clout, aren't they?
Well, I mean...
And that's when you quit the game. Looks like.
No.
Well, weird.
I think I tapped away, but...
Oh, okay. Because the clock has stopped. That's weird. Oh, well. So that's how we won. All right.
I was second on the team. I think that was actually a bug because I was actually following the North Carolina there at the end. But I'm like, But I wasn't even expecting to get to what my previous record was, which was in the FTG, right, with 182K,
Mm-hmm.
which you've actually covered that match as well.
Yep, I remember that one. I think I have the
There's
death
the
pick
one-
somewhere still.
Yeah, and it's also the one where I had the one ship decide to go broadside to me like all the time,
Right?
which was fun.
I couldn't believe that one.